So we're going to be replacing the neutral position sensor on this D22 Navara. They're pretty common to break on these cars, and what it does is causes a lack of power or a thrusting when you're driving in any of the gears. It depends how the switch breaks. Mine's been surging in 4th gear. So all we're going to do is unplug it from the gearbox, unscrew it and put this one back in, and it's a pretty quick, easy job. And we're going to be going from underneath the car. I have got a 2-inch body lift, so it gives you a bit more room. If you don't, you might have to undo the gearbox or the gear sticks and go from the top. Just thought I'd show you guys where the heat switch is. It's this one here beside the steering wheel. So you flick that when your car's idling, and what it'll do, it'll lift your revs from idle to maybe 1100 revs, and it's just there to help heat your car up. You know, they sold D22s all over the place in cold climates. We don't really use it here, but that's what it's for anyway. So I just thought I'd show you what the heat switch does. When you flick it, you can see it picks your revs up, and then when you put it into gear, so that's into first, that's back into neutral, second, neutral, third. So every gear it drops it back down to idle. And if you've got a faulty neutral position switch, when you flick it into gear, it won't return to idle, it'll stay up high, and that's how you can tell if it's faulty or not. So this one here is your neutral position sensor switch. And you can see this little clip runs up here to the plug. It's got 2 wires. A lot of these cables have 2 wires, so we're just going to unplug him. There's a lot of dust and shit up here. Now that this is disconnected and we know that this sensor is faulty, we can actually clip these wires. We don't have to worry about that. And the reason we want to clip the wires is because you can't get a socket or a spanner over this plug. It's just too big to fit your spanner over. So you want a 3/4 or a 19mm. Put him on there, swing him up, and just slowly spin him off. Half turn at a time, or whatever you can do. It's a bit tricky, but it's easier than pulling stuff off that you don't need to. So we've got this sensor out now. I can't really tell visually what's wrong with it, but the click definitely feels different to the new sensor. So I'm not sure if that's got something to do with it. What we can do now is grab our new sensor and wind him in. There's definitely a different sound to him. Chuck this one in now. The best way to identify if you've got a faulty neutral position switch is to use that heat switch, and if it doesn't behave the way it should when you're switching in and out of neutral, it should be turning up your revs when you're in neutral, and then when you flick it into gear it should be dropping down back to idle. And if it doesn't do that, then you know that your neutral position switch is buggered, and it's probably been causing you power issues before it's been noticed. And that feels like it's up pretty tight. Plug him in and you're done. So just got back in the car, neutral position switch is in. We're gonna hit the heat switch, picks up the revs. You wanna go 3 gears, just dropped, back in neutral, 2, dropped, back in neutral, 3rd, dropped, 4th, dropped, 5th, dropped, and reverse dropped. So now we have a fully functional neutral position switch, and we won't be losing any power or having any surging issues.